So, basically, the gist of motorcycle turning, and it's more so for around curves. This is not for a 90-degree angle or a stop sign or stuff like that. Around curves and even on a straight, your inputs are very minimal. So if you look here, I'm going to pull back on the right lever with my right hand, and the bike's going to go left. Okay, it was very exaggerated, but it doesn't take a lot for the bike to want to dip. It's the opposite. Pull back on the left, the bike wants to go right. What's actually happening is the handlebars are slightly turning the opposite way you're pulling. So if I'm on the right side and I'm pulling the bike, essentially I'm pulling towards my left, the wheel itself is turning to the right, just a smidge. And because it's on a flat surface, when the wheel turns to the right, it pitches left. And quite the opposite, or the other side. So what you have to pay attention to is you have two options. You can either push left or pull right to go left, or push right or pull left to go right. And I know it sounds weird, but that's how it is. If you push on the left handlebars, the bike will tip. If you slow this video down and you watch what happens, when I push on the left handlebars, the steering wheel or the handlebars actually go to the right. For a split second, the wheel actually turns right, which creates that bank for the bike to turn. Slow stuff, yes, you're doing a little bit more of this, but you're never typically here. It's a little bit here and a little bit there because of that lean in the bike. I'd say the best thing for like U-turns and slow speed right hand or left hand turns, don't touch the fucking front brake. That's how most people lay their bike down, is they get nervous, they get scared in their hand. Don't even put your hand over the front brake. You don't need it. You have a rear brake. At those speeds, you do not need front brake. If you grab a fistful of front brake when you make a mistake during a U-turn or any slow speed right or left hand turn, you're going to dump the bike because your forks are going to compress, your tire is going to push down, and the weight of the bike is going to immediately shift to what side you're turning to. That's why most people lay it down. What you want to do is feather the clutch and the throttle while maintaining brake on the rear. So if you're doing a slow right, slow left turn, you want to kind of be playing with the throttle and the clutch. You don't want to be full clutch out depending on the speed of the turn, but you want to have that rear brake compressed a little bit. And what that rear brake does is it slows you down and it lessens the radius of the turn. And it'll kind of almost pull your front wheel in a little bit without the weight of the bike going into the front wheel, which is why you see a lot of people lay the bike down at those slow speeds. So finding that fine balance between that clutch and that throttle while you have pressure on that rear brake, you can really fine-tune your slow speed turns like that, especially U-turns. But the most important thing is going to be comfort. I mean, you got to be comfortable with your bike. If you're sitting on your bike stiff and timid and loose, you're going to lay it down, you're going to drop it. You gotta be one with your bike. I mean, there's nothing, advice-wise, there's no better advice I can get than to be comfortable on your bike. That's why I can't stand when people talk about positioning on a bike. Like, oh, you gotta be ass back here, balls of your feet on your rear sets. You gotta be tucked like this, arch your back, loosen your arms, and grab your tank with your... Shut the fuck up. None of that shit matters. You ain't fucking racing. You're out here trying to fucking live life and be comfortable on your bike. If you're sitting here consistently worried about, oh, am I doing it right? I mean, yes, that stuff's optimal maybe for like super long rides and shit like that. You just gotta get comfortable with your bike. You gotta be one with the machine in order to properly ride it. And, you know, most of the times I'll have my feet wherever the fuck they're comfortable. I'm on my heels right now, sitting out sideways to the left, to the right. It doesn't fucking matter. You have to find out what works for you and your bike and your body position. You know, I have an injured knee and an injured shoulder, so my body position may be different than yours. What's comfortable for you might not be comfortable for me. And what's considered optimal might not work for certain people. So stop listening to fucking dumbasses online talk about, oh, this is how you should ride and this is the position you're supposed to be, because they heard that once upon a time, or read a book, watched a YouTube video. None of that shit fucking matters when it comes down to the person. You're not racing. You know, you're talking about that being tucked, balls of your feet down here like this. We're talking about being on a straightaway in a racetrack, shaving milliseconds off your time, trying to beat the guy to your left or the guy to your right. That shit don't fucking matter if you're on the street. Get comfortable on your bike. That's the most important thing. If you're not comfortable, then why? I mean, then why ride?